Morning, afternoon, evening. I don't even know really what time it is, but like this podcast, this episode, I was excited to do because of everything that's really happened in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Change is inevitable. Like change is inevitable, and it's good change, right? Everything I think it's good for you, like how you view it. Um, Hopefully it's been amazing for y'all. Hopefully this week has been phenomenal. Hopefully it's been a blessing, a challenge, right? Again, I always say nothing's really uh, bad. Nothing's really hard. Like you just make decisions, right? It's tough because you got to deal with it. It's a challenge because it helps grow you, but like nothing's hard. We would never choose anything hard. That's the truth. As human beings, like self-preservation is the number one goal of a human being. So we're not going to choose a hard road, right? So I never say anything is hard. It's tough, like, but manageable. And we just have to look at everything as a challenge. We have to look at everything as it's just the road that leads to where we're trying to go. And sometimes it's more difficult than normal or than usual, but typically it leads to where you're trying to go. Like if someone told me that, hey, you could make $1 million, but you got to go like this, or you could make $100,000 and it's just like I'm going to choose um, the path, that's tougher, right? Because I'm gonna learn something from it. Like it's so easy just say, you know what, I'm gonna just stick to this. I'm gonna play it safe. Um, but I think that's how we become miserable in life. I think that's how you become depressed. I think that's how you become stressed. Anxiety kicks in because life will hand you something tough, and then life will also give you another choice of something very easy, right? Something that is doable. And when we choose that, typically that's not the life that we want. That's just the life that's currently in front of us. And so I think we choose that because it's the path of least resistance. And then a year from now, 2 years from now, months from now, you regret it. And so I wanted to title this message "Take the Leap" because one of our student athletes had told me that, right? And it was like stop being afraid, stop being scared, and it was just like take the leap. And that's so carnal minded, right? To take the leap. I want to dig a little deeper, and that's why I titled it "Get Out the Boat." In reference to Peter, right, seeing Jesus afar off and being on a boat and saying he wanted to come to him, right. And the thing that always caught me about that story um, is that he was the only one that got out the boat. He's the only one that got out the boat. Like no one else, everyone else who believed and followed and thought highly of Jesus, right, saw Peter get off the boat and then they just stayed. Like, why was that? I've always wondered why didn't they get off the boat? And even though Peter almost drowned, right, he failed because he looked back, because he lost focus on Jesus, the reason why he got off the boat, right? And that's the enemy's job. The devil's job is to distract you. Like he's not here to kill you. Like that's what does that do, right? If he can distract you, if he can discourage you, then you can discourage others. You can distract others. And so that's his goal. That's his job. And so all he did was distract with a little wind, couple waves, right? And just in those little things, those little details, Peter lost himself. And in losing himself, right, he lost the moment. He lost why he was doing what he was doing. Like his whole focus was on Jesus. Like he got off the boat because he wanted to go to Jesus. And it's the same thing with us, right? We make decisions and then we lose focus. And then when we lose focus, uh, we forget why we're doing it. And then we lose ourselves. And so my challenge, right, is very brief. It's get out of the boat. Like take the leap. In layman's terms, take the leap. Make a decision for yourself, like that you think you need to do. Like I love what I do. I'll always love what I do, right? Because I get to impact souls. I'm not perfect at all. I mess up. I do things I'm not supposed to, and I try to work on myself every day, and I try to grow every day. But the thing, right, is that that's a part of life. That's a part of the growth process. I firmly believe, and I could be wrong in this, right, that people don't change, they evolve. Like changing is like, a complete uh 180, right? I don't think that's possible. I think we evolve with over time. Like we grow and we mature. We're no longer who we used to be, right? It doesn't mean that I'm changed. It's still there. Like that part of me is still there. Like it's the same thing, unfortunately. I used to drink a lot, right? And it just, it wasn't, I didn't even like drinking. Like I just did it because, other people did it and it was cool. And at the moment it was popular. But I didn't even like the taste of it. But it's the reason why people revert back to that, like to drinking, even though they've been sober 10, 12 years, right? Because people don't change. And that doesn't mean anything bad, right? Deep down, we're fighting these fights that other people don't know about. And when it's represented into our life, like it's tough, to walk away from that, especially if you struggle with it for a long time. And so I thought it was very, imperative that I just stopped. Now, I never liked it like that. So it was very easy for me to stop. Even when it was reintroduced into my life years later, I never liked the taste of it. Um, but it illustrates, like I said, how hard it is to shake habits. That's why I don't believe like people change. I just think they grow. I think they evolve. I think they mature. And in doing so is how you become who you are. Everything happens in your life for a reason. Nothing's just happening to happen. Like there's a plan for everything in your life. We just have to make a decision. Like again, it goes back to what I said about a choice, decision, consequence, response. Like that's our life, in my belief. Like I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but it's what got me to where I am now. I'm blessed. Like I have no complaints. Like, do I wish things were much better? Yeah, everybody wish they were richer. Everybody wish they were healthier. But in my current state right now, I'm blessed. I have no complaints. I just want to challenge people, at the end of this year, 2025, going into 2026, to get out the boat, to take a leap of faith, to believe in all those dreams and those goals and aspirations that you had, that it's possible. But you got to step out on it. Can't go into 2026 saying the same thing. Hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. You've been saying that for 10 years. You whatever's presented to you is for you. You just like it's gonna be. Maybe it's not within your reach, and you just gotta leap to grab it. And I know it's scary, right? It's very scary because you might leap, you might not grab it, right? But that's the purpose of faith. Like it's the same thing as the bird landing on a branch. Does the bird trust the branch, or does the bird trust his wings? You got to ask yourself that, right? Do you trust the opportunity, or do you trust yourself making the opportunity to work for you? Like I think I'm gonna always bet on me, and I haven't, right, lately, because it's we become comfortable, we become complacent, we it's different from being content, right? Content is being thankful for what you have, right? Expecting more, but thankful for what you have. Complacency is just sitting there, just comfortable. Like you can do way more, but you choose not to. And I just think we're all created to do way more. But in 2026, we got to take the leap. We got to get out the boat, and you got to keep your focus, right, when you get out the boat, on what your plans and goals are. Don't get distracted by everything around you and the people that's around you that have nothing to do with your goal, because that's the work of the enemy. We have to understand, the moment we step out on faith is when the winds are gonna start blowing. The waves are gonna it's gonna get tougher, right? Because you're headed in the right direction. Like if you're going somewhere and you're trying to do something really big in your life and there's no distractions and nothing's going on, then yeah, you might be going in the wrong direction. Because we should expect trials and tribulations. We should expect people to talk about us. Like they only talk about someone or something that's doing something. People don't talk about people that ain't doing nothing. You're not making moves. You're not making waves. Like nobody's discussing you. That comes with it. And so don't fret that, because that means you're doing something you're supposed to be doing in your life. And like I said, I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about what's next. I'm excited for myself and you all, right? Like, don't give in. You're headed in the right direction. You gotta trust it. And you know you're not trusting the branch. Like, you have wings, right? You have the ability to, because God gave you these gifts, you have the ability to make room, right? You have the ability to grow. You have the ability to succeed. You were given that at birth. You just need to unlock it. That's all it is. You got to trust it. Like, that bird is landing on that branch, and that branch could be small, could be a huge branch, right? That doesn't matter. Like, I trust my wings. Like, if this branch breaks, I'm gonna be okay, because I'm not trusting in the branch like that. Like, I'm not trusting in the opportunity. I'm trusting in my abilities. I'm trusting in my gifts, that I can make room for myself. Like, all this was already planned. All this, nothing is just happening to you. You're facing opposition because the enemy wants you to go the other direction. Keep going forward. Breakthrough. Like, I'm excited. Like, you can probably tell. Like, and it's not because anything's going on right now, right? It's just it's refreshing to know that you have this ability, and you've always had this ability. Sometimes it just takes an upheaval. Sometimes it takes some falling down. Sometimes it takes some destruction for you to finally recognize it. Like, hey, I have the power to do this. I've always had the power to do this. I just was giving it to people for a discount. And you can't do that. You can't get mad at yourself if you're giving your abilities and gifts away at a discounted price. It's your fault. You have the ability. And what happens is, stop asking for things and make yourself valuable. Become attractive to success. And then people will gravitate. Money will gravitate to you. I'm never going to talk about money. I don't care about that. And maybe that's why, my life has been the way it is. But, like, I'm not worried about that. I've never, like, had money like that to even worry about it, right? My life doesn't revolve around that. I want to make a difference in people's lives. I don't chase that. I chase opportunities. I chase blessings. I chase chances. And so what happens when you become attractive, people reach out to you. And that's how it starts. That's how your opportunities happen, because you're not focused on it. You're focused on improving yourself. I've said this before and I say it again. Work on yourself more than you work on your job. If you work on your job 8 hours a day, all you're going to know is your job. That's it. So if they let you go, like if somebody has a bad day and they just decide, hey, I'm going to let you go, what are you going to do? You're going to go to another job that do the same thing. But if you work on yourself, you become valuable. That when you're not here, nothing gets done. They have to rely on you, and it's not the other way around. And then you dictate your own life. Like, we were never created to work for people. We decided as human beings to say, hey, look, I'm going to go work on somebody else's dream, right? And then at 50, you retire, and it's like, oh, now I can have fun. I'm not doing that. Be valuable at something, right? Work on yourself, and your job will reap the benefits, but so will you. Like, I work hard, right? And my job has reaped the benefits of that. I've reaped the benefits of that. I've created opportunities throughout that, right? And so you just got to keep doing that. Be the very best version of you, and your job will receive that. Your job will receive whatever benefits come from what you do. And then you can demand, and you can talk with them about anything you want, because you have value. It's just not a job. You've created value, and that's all it is. But like this year, let's, like, in 2026, right? You still got 2025. I think you got 3 weeks left, 2025. Like, let's make the best of it. Let's do our very best. Let's kill it. Let's put our best foot forward and keep stepping. And it might not be something beneath you. But just keep walking. Don't lose sight of what you're chasing. That's what happened to Peter. Just keep walking. Doesn't matter where you're going. Like if you know what you're trying to do, it's gonna lead. You're going to lead yourself into where you're trying to go. Your gift will make room for you. You're gonna be okay. Just walking in, and don't be upset if doors are closed. I was told that today. Like sometimes doors are closed and it sends you in a different direction that you're supposed to go in the first place. You just got distracted. And so one door get closed that you think is the best door in the world, and then you go through another door, right? And that's the door that you're supposed to go through. But because we were distracted by the things of the world, we didn't see it. Whatever the devil meant for your bad, God meant for your good. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. It's no reason to stress. I know it's that time of the year, the Christmas holiday and going into the new year and spending money and all that. Guess what? You're gonna be okay. Because last year you dealt with this too. And the year before that you dealt with it. I've dealt with it for 37 years. And I'm still here. And I'm thriving, right? I'm not surviving because I know whose I am, right? And that's what we have to realize. I love y'all. Y'all got to be blessed. Y'all got to accept that y'all are blessed. Y'all got to challenge yourself, like to know who you are, who you belong to, who created you. Like he didn't give us a spirit of fear. So why are you fearful? You've made it this far in life. Like stop thinking on things that you have no control over. Just do you. Do what you do very best, at the very best of your abilities. And everything's going to work out. You're going to create opportunities. You're going to attract success and it's going to make you more valuable. I love y'all. I believe in you. I really do. I told you when I look into this camera, I see myself. And so I always tell myself, I believe in you. I believe in all of you. Keep going. Keep pressing forward. Get out the boat. Don't stay. And if you see someone else, right, go for it. Like what's the worst that can happen? You're back in the same situation you've been in. Keep going. Do it again. Don't stop. Don't give up. If it's your dreams, if it's what you really want, pursue it. And don't look back. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed.